Hello, in this video we're going to discuss food and the Techtree. So, firstly, there are some food items that are on cooking shows in particular and at restaurants where people are using something that is not food and is in fact harmful. So, that includes flowers and artichokes and weeds. So, the thing about this is that some of these ingredients cause sickness, particularly artichoke, and artichoke can also cause cancer and other diseases. Some flowers are also harmful to the body and can lead to cancer and other diseases later on. So a person consuming the food might not be aware of it. The artichoke would make you vomit 4 days later. You'd be sick all day and think it was something you ate the day before. With a flower, it could be much later on, suddenly you're suffering another sickness and you can't understand where it come from. So that's why those aren't considered food. So what we're going to talk about is the scientific process to test food for toxins and digestion. So there is a test that can be conducted that's scientific, and you test food for toxins before you consume it, before you add it to the food Techtree. You also test it for digestion. Does it break down? If it doesn't break down, then it's not food. There are no exceptions to this. So that's something to think about. The scientific process, toxins and digestion. So you're testing for toxins and you have to test it to make sure that it is digestible. If it's not, then you don't add it to the Techtree. Food testing on other planets. This is interesting. So when humankind eventually starts exploring other planets, you have to conduct the same sort of testing. It's exactly the same. So you go through the scientific process of testing the item for food, as food. You test it for toxins and you test it for digestion. And when you do this, you also have to consider other ways of cooking it, and that would include steaming, boiling, baking, frying. So something might be safe in one state but not in the other. So the testing for toxins has to cover all of it. And in some types of food, the leaves of something could be toxic, but what's inside might be okay. A way to observe is to observe the local wildlife and what they eat and consume. And that would give you a hint on a planet that's not Earth as to what could be food and what might not be. So there are many food types that are on this Earth that in fact are from other planets. That includes the onion and the pink pig, which is a domestic pig. So the pink pig comes from another planet and the onion comes from another planet. There are others as well, and that will come up later. So what we're doing is we're trying to make things safer for what people eat. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.